Hello and welcome to Comic Solving Problems. I'm Stephen Allen.
And I'm Eric McElroy. Happy days.
Oh, happy days. Wait a minute, what are we doing?
What do we say? Well, can we say Merry Christmas? Oh, let's start the show with that. I would say Merry Christmas to you, but I would get canceled.
Yeah, you can't say Christmas these days. You definitely can say Christmas these days. I think I've just done it a couple of times. What you can't say is holidays because they happen in the middle of the year.
No.
Were you going on a holiday? Oh, Skegness. So I think somehow that all got turned around, and I think we know who to blame for that. How does the word vacation make it sound like a fun thing? That's when you have to leave somewhere. Would you please vacate the building? You've messed up with the language.
Vacate your bowels.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you go down to Tijuana, eat something, and you vacate yourself.
And that's not what I want to do at Christmas or on my holidays, which happen in the middle of the year. Christmas happens at Christmas, and holidays happen at holiday time.
All right. Happy vacation. Merry vacation. How's that? Is that better?
Happy bowel evacuation day. Which actually, let's be honest, it kind of is.
Yes. So happy everything to everyone who's watching. We're between Christmas and the New Year, and we're winding things down. And it is great to have you with us on the show, where over the last 3 years, Steve and I have solved all of the world's problems.
Yeah, it's been good. It's been a ride.
It's been so good. I think, really, I mean, if you look at the world back in 2019, oh, man, what a world that was.
Yeah. I mean, I know everyone says these lockdowns were bad, but if I could have my lockdowns over again, I'd play it so differently. So differently. I would have chilled out more. I would have done that. Because I suppose you didn't know it was going to end. I would have just Netflixed it, just sat around and... but I didn't. Tried to work. No. Thought these projects would go somewhere. Spent ages recording things like Man with a Golden Bum, where I did a Bond intro around my flat. Filmed a sketch where I was in a museum for some reason in my hallway of the flat. Hours it took me doing some of these things. I think I remember using some sort of video Photoshoppy thing to put me in Gone with the Wind for the sketch of Frankly, My Dear, I Don't Give a Damn. Ooh, why? I could have sat around and watched the telly.
And those clips are all available on our channel. Subscribe now. Yeah. Before we run out of, we're almost full with the amount of subscribers we can have. So this is your last chance to subscribe.
I mean, what was the point? I worked on doing that to eventually do a song about Meghan that someone else got famous for. What was the flipping point? I don't know anymore. So yeah, that's how I would have played it different. Would you have played the lockdowns differently?
Well, some people got super fit in lockdowns. Guess that I would have done that.
Would you?
Maybe. Don't say it like that.
Even I think it's a stupid idea. And don't get me wrong, every so often I do some sort of stupid fasting diet and go for loads of runs. Why do it in lockdown when no one's going to see you?
Because then you come out. You're like the butterfly from the cocoon.
Yeah, and people invite you out for dinner and you're like, I've not had carbs in 6 months.
Yeah. I did I did lose weight at one point. It went on for so long. I did lose weight and then I just gained it all back again.
Yeah. That's what I did this summer. I lost so much weight. I was down to the size of the suit for filming Late Night MASH. Can't fit in it now. Not a chance. No way. Definitely back to where I was. Oh, well.
Oh, well. So I bet overall 2022 has become to an end. I guess this is our show to look at the year as it was.
God, I suppose it is, isn't it? I was thinking this actually earlier. It has been a weird year. So I became a dad, hosted a TV comedy panel show. That stopped. Still a dad.
Glad you clarified there.
Yeah. So, I mean, in theory, actually, so many of the things I wanted to do in life, I've ticked off the list. But then, I don't know, it feels like I've not been satisfied by I always wanted to host a panel show. But when it stops, you're like, I didn't want to just do it for 18 times. I kind of would like to do maybe a bit more telly. But let's be honest, this might be the pinnacle of my career right here.
You can watch this on the telly.
Yeah.
But yeah, it might be the pinnacle of your life based on that cough.
Do you know what? I've had that cough now for 5 weeks. Wow. And I've realized I'm really getting good at it. Like, who else puts that much practice into coughing? I can flipping top spin on them these days. I'm getting really good. Thanks.
I've masculated my sneezes.
What does that mean?
Well, I used to sneeze and it was a little bit high pitched. And so now when I feel a big sneeze coming, I really bring it down. And, in front of the wife.
Of how it goes?
Just like a... I can't. It's different with the real sneeze.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. It used to peak and sort of break windows when it was more of a...
I could see why you'd work on that. Yeah. I think you made the right choice.
Especially when the wife is around, just to get her engine revving.
By a sneeze. We really are beyond the COVID times, aren't we? Truth. Well, so it's been an interesting year. I was thinking what we could do seeing as we've spent so long, for the first couple of years, we definitely read all the news and did jokes about all the big news stories. This year, did we pay attention to that much news, or did we just do sex doll stories and about it? Stuff from the Daily Star. Thank you to Martin, by the way, who did send me a tweet earlier today saying that in Korea they had undone a ban on sex toys. And I did point out there's no point doing that just after Christmas, because you're going to have to wait for ages until you can ask Santa for one. So, yeah, we still get sex toy coverage. But what loads of newspapers and news websites do review of the year quizzes, I thought we could try and do the quiz. It's quiz time. People like quizzes. And see if we actually know any of the news.
There we go. And if you are, our quizzes, this isn't quite live, were some of our most popular shows in the lockdown. And so you can participate with the quiz yourself in the chat as you watch us live.
Enjoying ourselves. So, right. high tech. Ooh, look at the high tech.
Look at that. We're in the box. Let's see.
I always get separated.
If I raise this way, there we are. It's almost like being together again. Okay.
So this is... I've done the mirror, actually. We should have done the star, but, it would have been too easy for us. If we just did the star one again.
It's probably too much celebrity for me anyway.
So this is they released it on Boxing Day. We're not filming this on Boxing Day. Don't think we're that pre-wrecked. So it's the Boxing Day family quiz. Test yourself and your loved ones. Calm it down. Here we go. He thinks we're too close. This is like on the days where we used to drive back from gigs. I'm sure we've told the story before. Driving back from gigs, and I was coming down the M1. Eric was coming up the M4, and we're on the phone. And suddenly in the conversation, Eric suddenly said, "Can you see the moon where you are?" And then probably sneezed like, "Achoo!"
No, it would have been achoo.
Yeah, right. Can you see the moon where you are?
It was a beautiful moon.
Yeah. Somewhere out there beneath the... So anyway, test yourself and your loved ones with 20 questions. Are you ready to do some quizzing?
Let's quiz this bitch up.
Question 1. Hang on. Why can't we see the start of the questions a bit? Yeah. There it is.
There you go.
Which celebrity won the first ever series of Strictly Come Dancing in 2004? This is not quite the review of the year quiz that I thought it was going to be.
Which year are they reviewing?
2004, by the looks of it.
Are you on the right quiz?
Yeah. Well, we'll see how it is. Can you remember? Bill Bailey, Joe McFadden, Natasha Kaplinsky.
I only know Bill Bailey is, so I'll say Bill Bailey.
I think I'm going to go for Natasha Kaplinsky, because she definitely won it once. I don't know if it's 2004.
I don't know who's Joe McFadden.
Yeah, no idea about that one.
Okay.
Probably some actor.
Is it going to give us the answers as we go, or do we find out at the end? Correct.
Natasha Kaplinsky, a TV presenter and journalist. They even answer your questions as well. Like, who the hell are these people? All right. Staying with TV in 2003. This is not quite
in 2022. Maybe we should go to the Daily Star.
Yeah, I might have to Google that in a sec. Which classic comedy special ended with Tim and Dawn finally finding love? Tim and Dawn.
That's easy. The Office.
It'll be The Office. Not going to be Gavin and Stacey, is it? I mean, Tim and Dawn. Yeah,
yes.
Correct. Right.
I've met Steve Merchant. Worked with him.
Of course you have, yeah. I mean, so have I, but I didn't get to chat to him like you did.
I chatted to him.
The wedding between two characters was featured in the 2021 We're Getting Closer, called the Midwife Christmas Special. Never watched it.
I think my wife watched a few episodes. Okay, so that was set in the olden days, wasn't it?
Yeah. We can rule out one of these answers already.
JR and Sue Ellen.
Yeah.
And Hilda and Stan.
Hilda and Stan, I think they're the Ogdens from Coronation Street.
So it's Lucille and Cyril. And that seems like old-fashioned names.
Oh,
Yay.
we've come up with a new quiz idea, a new show idea here, haven't we? In Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, what do the Dursleys give Harry for Christmas?
So that was in 2022 that book came out?
It was still available in 2022, if that helps.
Yeah, but it's been canceled. I think an orange.
Yeah, everything else seems too good.
Too generous.
Yeah.
Do you get oranges in your stockings traditionally?
Well, it's the only way I can make it look like I got a massive pair of... Sorry, what was the question again? The oranges in my what?
We always have an orange in our stocking from Santa.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
Is that like a snooker ball in a sock? Is it a weapon?
No, it's just, I don't know. It's a thing.
Oh.
My family always did.
Well, let's see if it's an orange. No, it was a 50p piece. We could do question 5, and then maybe we should look for a proper review of the year, but this is actually fun. In which children's classic is it always winter but never Christmas?
Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. And, okay. So we've proven that we know other years.
Now, shall I look for one as well? Let's do this. Is part of the actual show.
2022. I know I sent you the BBC one, but then I thought that'd be more fun to not do it. And there's one on The Guardian, but I just don't think we can get it. BBC Quiz of the Year. Should we have a crack at that?
Yeah, there's one that has 365 trivia facts, but I don't think we want to do that one.
No. Quiz of the Year Part 3. Well, we'll go to the screenshot. All right, so we're on Quiz of the Year Part 3.
Okay.
Seems like the appropriate place to join it.
Cool.
Right. Sport. I got a bad feeling this might be the sports one, because the first picture. All-time Olympic champion distance runner, the Mo Farah, revealed he'd been trafficked to the UK as a child, but from where?
I think it was Somalia.
No.
Djibouti.
Did you? Don't know how you dare. You can keep your booty out of this. If this is... No, it's not a sports question. All right, so we're back in the game. How well do we know 2022? The two people who have been paying attention to the news for ages. Boris Johnson said he would resign as Prime Minister after a mass resignation of ministers in protest at his leadership following a string of scandals. But which cabinet member had he fired a day earlier?
I know this one. Are you just creating tension?
No, it's definitely not Rishi Sunak, because he was the second resignation. The first resignation was Sajid Javid. Who was the definitely?
Michael Gove.
Michael Gove. Yay! Michael
there you
Gove.
go. See, not just American politics, not just a pretty face.
Yeah. Just listing things you're not. It's an interesting CV. Now we move on to, as the war in Ukraine and supply chain difficulties continue to drive up food and transportation costs, major brands announced price hikes. But which McDonald's fast food item went up in price for the first time in 14 years? Cheeseburger, the Happy Meal, the Big Mac. This seems like your specialist area.
Yeah.
I don't really frequent the McD's.
They've got the Big Tasty on offer right now till the 14th of February.
I like the sound of a Big Tasty. Sounds like a rap.
And they've opened up a Wendy's have come to the UK. Did you know that?
The restaurant chain or just a bunch of ladies?
Both. The restaurant chain. They used to have dollar burgers.
All right, I bet they've gone up. I bet they're not $1 over here. I'll go out on a limb.
I don't think it's the Happy Meal. Well, this is tough.
It might be.
This is a hard question.
I think it might be the Happy Meal. There was Happy Meal news this year. They released the adult Happy Meal, which
that is wrong.
Yeah, but that's because the idea. As soon as you put the word adult in, it means two things: adult education, like stuff for grown-ups, or adult entertainment, like dildos. And seeing as there's surprise toys in a Happy Meal, is a worry, isn't it?
I mean, well, the thing is, all the toys I ever got in a Happy Meal were the wind-up kind. Who wants a wind-up dildo?
Anything's a dildo if you try hard enough. Commitment, dedication's what you need.
Did you see the story that happened this year of a man in France who had a World War II bomb removed from his...
I think it was a World War I bomb. I don't know why that makes a difference. It does a bit, doesn't it? Like, he's had it up there longer.
But how do I search for that?
First, incognito mode. Just in case. You don't want the algorithm knowing this is what you're into. I can look for it if you want. We can...
Anus? All right, let's say, you think Happy Meal.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, we can do Big Mac if you want.
No, let's do Happy Meal if you feel like it's. I knew it was
cheeseburger. So
we're both wrong.
We paid so much attention to the news. Well, you're Googling anal bombs.
It was a World War I bomb. Shell lodged in rectum. He was 88 years old, which, whatever gets you hard.
I might not be an expert in many things, but I know which conflicts anal bombs came from. But World War II, as if you'd put that up there.
All right, here we go.
High Court judge delivered a ruling in a Wagatha Christie trial in which Rebecca Vardy accused Colleen Rooney of libel. But who won the case? Was it Colleen Rooney, Rebecca Vardy, or neither?
Vardy accused Colleen Rooney. So I think it was Colleen Rooney, wasn't it?
I think it was Colleen Rooney as well. Rebecca Vardy was the one. She lost her phone in the North Sea.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It happens.
Well, I suppose it happens, but every so often there's a story of people who drop their phone in water or in a river and it gets found, and you just think Rebecca Vardy shitting herself, thinking I thought that I got rid of it. But let's have a look. It was Colleen Rooney.
There we go. Still don't know which one is which, but
yeah. And also, I think they've now started doing their makeup to look more alike, just to make it more confusing.
Yeah.
I don't think that's not helping.
Here we go.
Favorite topic: sports.
Sports. The Lionesses.
Oh, can you read this? Feel free to read it. Yeah, read the question.
I can't. Hold on. Yeah, I could. Sure. The Lionesses won England's first major international football trophy for 56 years, beating Germany 2-1 in the Euro 2022 final at Wembley. But which team had won the Women's Africa Cup of Nations the previous week?
Sport.
Women's sport.
Women's.
It's a niche thing. I know about bombs and anuses more than I know about this particular sport.
Yeah.
And let's go with Morocco because they were in the last World Cup with the men.
I feel more sorry for the bomb disposal guy who had to get down there with a little cut the red wire. Ooh. Morocco is wrong. Of course it was South Africa. There you go. Live and learn, don't you?
There we go.
There's only 13 questions, so we can go on to question 6 now.
Oh, no.
Another sports one.
Okay. Do you want me to read this one again?
Yeah, go on.
Oops. It was a packed summer for track and field athletes, even, with world, European, and Commonwealth medals up for grabs. But whose win was remarkable for having a parent commentating. It's great reading these cold. And we were just talking about how easy it is to read teleprompters before we started this. Having a parent commentating in the stadium. Was it Armand Duplantis, European pole vault, Elias McColgan, 10,000 meter Commonwealth gold, or Jake Whiteman's 1,500 World Championship gold?
I don't understand many of the words in this. I've heard of gold.
Should we do it based on the last question was the third one, so this one is the middle one?
No, it was the third one. Oh, it's always the bottom one, isn't it? Whiteman's dad, Jeff, not only a coach but a stadium announcer. Great.
Seems like he's got a little nepotism going on there.
How did that story pass us by? Because it seems so important. Imagine that. God, we really took our eye off it. We were probably on holiday that week, otherwise I'm fairly sure.
I didn't even know any of those events occurred.
No, it was blissful not paying attention to it. Let's fingers crossed for question 7 out of 13 not being sport.
Oh, thank God.
It is right up your street.
I should get this one.
I'll ask it for you because you're bound to know the answer. FBI agents raided the Florida home of former U.S. President Donald Trump, you might have heard of him, as part of an investigation into which of the following? Was it an alleged bid to overturn the results of the 2020 presidential election? Was it handling of classified material, which is also what they called that guy's bomb? And overvaluation of real estate to get better loan terms? Now, if the question was, what's he been accused of? Difficult to narrow it down, but what was the raid about?
It's a well-written question because he has done all of those things. But I think we all know the answer is handling of classified material.
Da-da! Yeah.
I mean, if I got that wrong,
we'd have to edit that out. We don't edit these shows, but we'd have to for the sake of your podcast.
And please listen to my podcast, American Exchange, where I haven't learned anything.
Yeah, that was. Okay. Is there any update on that? Is he still kept all the files?
They've now started a special prosecutor named Jack Smith, and who was prosecuting war criminals in The Hague, and now is going to do this as a little side hustle. So he's taken over all the investigations of the Justice Department, all of those things that are there, and I'm going to bring them under one investigation, and hopefully we'll see charges sometime in 2023.
Something to look forward to. I'm sure it'll get mentioned on this show. Way more than the Commonwealth Games would. Next question.
Oh, here we go.
Yes. The Academy apologized to Native American actress and activist Sacheen Littlefeather nearly 50 years after she had been booed off stage for rejecting a Best Actor prize on behalf of whom? Whom? Do you know this story?
I do, and I know who it is.
Yeah, so it is. Yes, we can't build up any tension then. Marlon Brando, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's definitely not John Wayne, who was apparently had to be held back because he tried to assault her.
With his one good lung.
Oh,
yeah.
The Duke. Shame on him.
And
so Marlon Brando is correct.
Roger Moore's just been thrown into the mix just to confuse us. Yep, good stuff.
There we go.
So what was it? 50? It only takes 50 years before you get your apology for being booed, which means there are some gigs that in about 40 years from now, I expect an email.
Yeah. Very good.
Also, some gigs in about 50 years from now also probably need to. A stand-up comedian.
Stand-up comedian. Okay.
Do you want to read this one?
Stand-up comedian Masai Graham won the award for funniest joke of the Edinburgh Fringe for a second time. Which was his one-liner? Do you want to read the one-liner? I'll do it.
We should do it one at a time.
Let's read them together.
This is reading jokes. This is what we're meant to be able to do.
I keep randomly shouting out broccoli and cauliflower. I think I might have florets.
I tried to steal spaghetti from the shop, but the female guard saw me, and I couldn't get pasta.
Nice. My dad suggested I register for a donor card. He's a man after my own heart.
I don't know which one won out of those.
I do.
Go on then, which one?
I know. It's the top one. Broccoli.
Broccoli. Oh, that's offensive.
Florets. Oh! No.
You knew it was food related. To be honest, they're all food related.
Falafel won with the florets one before. So that's why I recognize that joke.
Yeah, all of those jokes are food related if you're willing to try a little cannibalistic offal.
That's true. Yeah, we don't know what he wants to eat the heart for.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I was right. It was a winner because on the quiz that was at the past years.
We did really well on that one, didn't we? We did really well on the You've Not Paid Attention This Year quiz.
I think that's because we're old now.
Right, next question. Question 10.
All right. Nearly there. This is my turn to read. Let's see. The UK observed a period of mourning. A period or mourning?
Yeah. Typo.
I think that should be of. Well, there we go. See?
I mean, you're right. I definitely did some mourning. I did not have a period. So...
Observed a period. I would be mourning if I had a period. The UK observed a period of mourning for Queen Elizabeth II, who died aged 96. Such a shock. After a 70-year reign, with hundreds of thousands of people queuing to file past the monarch's coffin. Were you in that queue, Steve?
No, sadly not.
But which celebrity was not among the people who queued? Other than so, you and me. Why aren't we on this quiz?
Yeah.
So David Beckham, Sandra Oh, or Tilda Swinton.
So Beckham was definitely there. We know that.
Yeah, he had his PR sending out press releases about that.
Yeah, and rightly so, because he was about to have a terrible time about going and taking some of that Qatari money.
Yep.
Needed all the PR he could get. So we definitely know it's not him.
Sandra Oh.
I think Sandra Oh might have been in the UK filming.
She's in whatchamacallit, isn't she?
Killing Eve.
Sandra Oh. Yeah.
And ER or Grey's Anatomy. Or
Tilda Swinton. You think Tilda was not queuing?
Because she's Antipodean, isn't she?
I don't know. But she's played Queen Elizabeth. That's why she's in there. The first.
Was she a guest on This Morning with Phil and Holly? Because that would get you straight to the front of the queue. But another question is who was queuing, isn't it? So I think Tilda wasn't.
Yeah, let's do Tilda.
Okay. Oh, and they've even got the proof to just show how wrong eh? We're trying to work out who wasn't there.
But when you go to them to the wrong, what does it say?
Wasn't among the estimated 250,000 people who queued, many of them as long to pay respects to the Queen's State, rather the actress part of a national delegation this year.
She didn't have to queue.
The nasty bastard question.
That's a tough one. If
that was on the Chase, I'd be trying to slap the beast right now. That's rude. You gotta have a hobby, haven't you?
All right, 3 more questions. Here we go. Who the hell is that?
American Hans Niemann made international headlines in September when accused of and strenuously denying which of the following: cheating during a chess match, complaining about the use of anti-cheating hats in exams, or defrauding cryptocurrency investors. It's not the last one because that's Sam Friedman Bank, whatever it is, Bankman Fried. And he's not been freed; he's been released on bail.
Jokes,
folks. Took a while.
Isn't this the guy that put a bomb up his bum?
I think, yeah. These days, it's just more of a Bluetooth device that vibrates. But when you were trying to win chess during World War I, you had to put artillery up there.
And maybe the World War I guy saw this story and thought, what do I have around the house? And so I think it's the cheating during a chess match with the vibratory thingy.
Yep.
Yeah. There we go. We know the vibrating stories. See, that's more up our alley.
Well, it's up his alley as well. Hey. He offered to strip naked to prove that he had no means of outside communications, which just means either he didn't or he knows how far he pushed it up.
Yeah. If he's strong enough Bluetooth, you can get some good distance.
It's just really annoying when you have to try and press the button to get it in pairing mode. Ooh, that's the one. Bloody sport. 20-time Grand Slam winner Roger Federer retired from tennis after 25 years and 1,750 competitive matches. But who was his doubles partner in his final match at September's Lava Cup in London? Why did I? Thankfully, I can read these. But normally, one thing I've learned from broadcasting, don't try and do tennis, because when the names come up, it's an absolute torture. Djokovic, Murray, or Nadal?
Murray? I mean, they're from the same country?
What, Roger Federer's Scottish?
British, isn't he? Where's he from?
I don't know, not here. No one's. There's Tim and then Andy Murray. That's all we've ever had. Go on, Andy. Go on, Tim. Djokovic or Nadal. Well, wasn't Djokovic busy because he was off being some right-wing commentator?
He's the nut job, yeah. So it's got to be Andy Murray or the other person I've never heard of.
Rafael Nadal. You've never heard of? Oh, God, turns out I am the sportsman here. Boom!
Hey!
And then final question. And this is coming in perfectly on time.
The end of 2022.
Ooh,
yes!
Breaks the final frontier. Do you want to read that one?
U.S. Space Agency, NASA. I don't think you need to say U.S. Space Agency. I mean, what is that NASA? What's a NASA? U.S. Space Agency, NASA, deliberately smashed a probe into a space rock Dimorphos in an attempt to shift its direction. But which kind of object was it? An asteroid, a comet, or a meteoroid?
Do you think you know what it is?
Can we look at the picture?
Oh, this will help, yeah. Oh, well, there you go.
It's not a comet because they have tails.
Yeah.
So asteroid or meteorite?
Well, meteoroid. So
meteoroid.
I think it was an asteroid. I think it's a paired asteroid as well because they were spinning around each other and all the impact did was change the rate of spin.
So I can't believe you don't know this off the top of your head. I'm shocked.
Yeah, I'm fairly sure it's an asteroid.
Because maybe So what is the difference then between a meteoroid and an asteroid?
Well, I can't remember now, but there's loads of different words about like a meteor, and if it's not landed yet, if it's landed, it's a meteorite. If it's not landed, it's something else.
So yeah, I concur.
Concur. Yes. Let's find out. Yes.
Yay. There we go.
Tell us there.
There's a meteorite, smaller fragment.
A smaller fragment. Yeah.
Okay. Well, there we go. So if you hit next, does it give us how far we've done, like a score?
Yes. Well, I don't know.
Okay.
I really should have looked at this first, but as we found out with that first
all the
quiz,
planning.
But
all the planning.
Way off target.
Whoa, 7. Join us next year for our topical show, where we don't know any of the topics that we cover.
Oh dear.
We're so good at this. Why haven't we been picked up by the BBC?
I don't know. It's still a mystery. And that was both of us trying our best to answer questions. 2 heads
we weren't even trying to do it wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't help that half of them were bloody sport.
Yeah. And they're probably the ones we got wrong, actually. I don't remember us getting that many wrong. It doesn't feel like we got them that wrong.
Well, we don't really care about celebrity or sport. That's a problem.
Yeah. Or news, as it turns out. Not enough questions about men in France with World War I artillery up their area.
Or people that have married sex dolls. We would nail that quiz.
Where were the questions on that one?
Well, if you could have done the Daily Star.
Yeah, could have done. But sadly, we're out of time. Otherwise, we could have done the sex doll quiz, which I'm sure is our next thing.
So, should we try and do predictions for 2023 next week?
Yeah, it's not a bad shout. Oh, do I have to actually write jokes, though? Oh, I like these ones where we just look at other people's websites.
Well, look at it. The people have made predictions of the year. We'll just use one of those.
Yeah. Brilliant. We'll go through some of the websites thing.
It's a whole new concept show. Steve and Eric look at different websites.
You wait for the late night spin-off edition on OnlyFans. It's doable as a concept.
It is. It is. They're into comedy now. So there we go. Well, I hope everyone had a Merry Christmas and are looking forward to the new year. If you have plans and you're in the Southwest London area, you can join us at Crack Comedy in Wimbledon. Tickets are available. They are very available. So please go to crackcomedy.com and buy about, 15 tickets.
Just buy 15 tickets. Brilliant.
50.
50. Oh, even better. Invite more friends.
Yeah.
Nice. So I'm glad I didn't accept that offer of, do you want a gig on New Year's Eve? Nah. You'll be done early. Nah. Really glad I didn't say, go on then. Would have been done early, but it's a 2-hour drive. So
it's happening.
Also, Friday morning, which I think is the 30th, is I'm on BBC 5 Live at 11 o'clock in the morning doing a review of the year. I'm not even kidding. I've been paid to do a review of the news.
You got a couple of days.
God. Whoops.
Hope they don't see this.
Yeah.
But you know what? That's a safe bet.
That they won't see this. That's true. That's true. No witnesses. That should be the name of the show. And then also, doing some other newsy bits here and there and whatever. But and Time FM, a couple of shows this week. We're back to normal next week when it'll be, the kind of silliness that I do, not paying attention to the news.
There we go. We should say thank you to everyone who has continued to watch the show and to support us throughout the years. We appreciate it, and we'll just keep going because why not?
We bought the cameras. I think that's the main reason why we're still going.
Yep.
Spent that money and it's just...
Get some microphones.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's right.
Oh, that's too much in my ear.
ASMR. That's our next feature, isn't it?
Next feature. There we go.
Yeah.
Stop. So Happy New Year, and we will see you next Tuesday, if not the Tuesday after that.
Whichever comes first. Till next time. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for watching this from Comic Solving Problems.
And if you feel like it, go ahead and like the video.
Or subscribe. Commitment.